Hello from ChiNature.com. This is Mak Josie and of course GC Fu on Ting Yet Dragon's channel. Now, I want to make this video as a request from our fans that they want me to do more video on magic stuff. So we'll do this one and lead the people who are interested to go to my other channel to look at the magic stuff. So hope you guys will like this video. I'm trying to make it a little bit less lengthy, so just to make sure that you guys won't be bored. But I'm trying to keep it to the essence of the topic here, which is the basic, the 101, the basic, how to, like the introduction of chanting and what we're doing in our daily cultivation with the Chinese magic here when we're doing the chanting kind of stuff. Okay, so first thing first, I have to really emphasize that we here, okay, in our lineage, we practice this Sam Lo San Gong, this Chinese magic is not the same as other sects. Okay, so other religions like Buddhism or whatever other religion that does about like practice, we are not the same stuff. Okay, even though they might look alike, they're not alike. They're not even the same thing. The different sects, even in Taoism, they all do things differently, and that is why they're named differently, right? So they are different. Okay, we all train something similar but for different purposes. So here I will present you our stuff because I know my stuff, so that's why I tell you about my stuff. Whatever other people say that's their stuff, then whatever. Okay, you want to look at their stuff, you go to their place. Now this is my place. You come and you watch and you understand what I, like this lineage, is doing. And if you want to ordain into our lineage to learn Chinese magic, this is what you got. Okay, so now I want to introduce one theory here. Is Chanting. It's actually two things, okay? Ting and Ting. Now, a lot of Chinese will think, oh, Chanting is like to purify, to make it clean, something like that. It's not, okay? You do not understand about Chanting yet. Ting and Ting is two action. Two things, okay? Let me give you an example. You can witness this every day in your life without even getting out of your house, okay? Just by yourself being you, and you need to survive as a basic of life. Ting is like this, okay? You need to ting food from outside to go into your mouth and ting it into the body, and then your body will have to ting the stuff to digest, to ting, to process it. And then after the ting and the ting, it will again ting out of your body and then be ting in the toilet, to be processed in the toilet, okay, to flush down. So, as you can see, ting and ting is a very like a very basic thing that you need to understand in this magic stuff. If you don't understand the real meaning of Ting and Ting, you'll be very confused. Ting is just to take something from one place, and then you have to go through a few stages to remove it from here, okay, to transform it to something else, and then put it to some other places to let it continue. And then that spot where it just got the stuff will now Ting. Go through three stages of Ting, which is to process, to absorb, process the stuff given to them. And then after that, they will Ting it out again, okay? It will be consumed, and then the energy used up, and it will come out of the system again. So everything can be witnessed and observed from the function, like how your body function every day, how you eat. You need to ting stuff into your body, and then it goes through the ting right here, and it goes down. Now in nature, we talk about ting too. Look at the planet Earth, okay? Ting, you have this energy and elements from space, like the energy from the air from space, the energy from the sun, and such like that. It comes into the planet, go through the three stages of Ting, which we call Sam Ting. Okay, the first is it Ting the stuff from outside to come into the zone of our planet, and then it transforms that stuff into other things like cloud stuff that stays in the sky, and then it have to change out of that place. So the cloud turn into rain and stuff, and it comes down. Okay, now and then there are the three stages of Ting. Okay, the Ting is to like in Chinese they say purify, but it's not. It's actually to process. Okay, three stages to process, and while it process, it will break down and unpack the essence, like how the rain will drop down, and then it passes through that air in the between the sky and our place right here, and then when it reaches the final place, it will soak in, and then whoosh, everything get wet, right? So that is the three stages of Ting, 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 and then after the water is used up, it get consumed again, and it cycle again. So this Ting and Ting is very important in the whole theory of why we do chant. Now, let's take a look, okay? I will introduce you two magical tools in our lineage. One is called the Mok Yu, which is the wooden fish. Now, this guy is for Ting, the process, okay? Now, the other one is the Heng, a black bull with a baton, okay? This is to Ting, okay? Why Ting? Look, this is a bowl, okay? You can put stuff and it goes in. And then right here, the energy that goes in, it circulates and changes the stuff inside, okay? It processes, and then it goes ding and ting out as sound. Now the other one, the anatomy is kind of different. Look, it's hollowed inside right here, right? There's nothing in here, okay? So when you hit here, the sound is created by the vibration going in, and then it bounces back up from the hollow space inside, and the sound is created to go out this way, okay, between the top and the bottom. So in the center, something pops up, okay? Now, why is this a thing? It's because it's a digested processing kind of thing. When stuff goes in, it reacts with stuff here, and then they go like that, the wave go like that, and make something new, okay? Something new comes out. So this is the main reason why we use this as Ting and the Ting. And also, of course, related to the 5 elements, this is the, whoops. This thing is made of metal, okay, gum. And metal has the property of gathering energy, okay? It gathers up stuff. So this thing will absorb and gather up your stuff into the altar. Now this is wood, okay? Wood has the property of processing energies, processing elements. It's just like when trees, okay? They absorb stuff and they process. Trees do that. The wood absorbs the water and it processes it, and something comes out, and it will create leaves, and then the leaves will, and then oxygen stuff comes out, you know, stuff like that. So they always process the air and things like that, right? So processing. So this guy processes, this guy gets in stuff. Okay, now when we do chanting or any kind of like spells or reading out loud, we are doing a magic to process and then convert our stuff, the spells, the power of our spells, and ding goes into the altar, and let the altar take your things. And then your altar gathers up, okay, this first place here, it gathers up all the elements and condense. It just packs it up like more, it packed up. Okay? And then at the end, after all the stuff is done, you will then do stuff such as when you do the bowing, you get stuff back from the altar. When the altar processes it, the energy goes down and out. So when you bow, you put your head on the ground. This is like the positive terminal. Okay, this is the positive. Now, in order to put things in, you need something that is not the same as the same kind of energy right here. You need something that is from the bottom of another unit. So this is the lower part right here. The lower part is the negative stuff, which is what the altar is done processing. Now it pushed that crystallized energy into your head when your head goes down like this. Okay? And then it goes into your body, and then you now get it and process it. So in a way, the stuff that we do with the altar is a kind of energy cultivating routine, and then you take it back into your body after you're done. That is why we do the bowing. It's not to like pay respect or whatever. That has nothing to do with it. Okay? It's all energy work. When you bow on the ground in a certain way, okay, your head right here will be connected to the ground, and the ground energy from the altar comes into the head because it's like magnet. They attract. Okay, like the plus and the minus, the negative and the positive, they attract. And so this property is positive. The lower ground energy is negative. It just come in right away and sucks it in, and then it stays right here and then blends in and then goes to this area. And then when you do your bowing and whatever stuff later on, you transform them and then you digest, and it just sinks down to the lower system of your body. It's all about energy cultivation. Now, what is spells and why do we chant? I don't really like this word, but there's no other word that actually make people understand. Okay, so yeah, you get it. It's like a bunch of words and you just keep saying, and why does it work? Okay. Well, the reason why you want to do chanting in our lineage is to cultivate the power of the spells you will be using for magic later on. A spell is not just any random words. A spell is a bunch of words that is not to be decoded or explained by the surface meaning. Okay? Now let me give you an example. Where's my spell book? There you go. Okay. Okay, let me give you an example, okay? We got a 靜口神咒 in our lineage, okay? If you read it out by the surface meaning, is like to purify your mouth, and it doesn't make sense. Okay, so it's a 口吐靈靈，火鳳滅形，靈師光道，口神清靜，急急如律令. Now, if you're a normal Chinese person, you read this thing, it doesn't even make sense. Okay, that's how you translate it for the surface meaning. It's like your mouth spits out, and then it just get responsive to something, and then the fire phoenix destroys the foam, and then the lion, the light of the lion came, and then your the god of the mouth got purified, and then you're like, what the heck is this? It's not supposed to be decoded like that, because these spells, they are programmed words. Okay, programmed like how Morse code. Okay, you see people program the Morse code, and then later on, if you don't know Morse code, and then you see someone flashing a flashlight or something, and you look at it, you don't know what the heck is going on, right? But if you do know Morse code, you look at it, and then you'll be responsive to it. You know what it's saying, and then you know, oh, this guy need help. Oh, danger over there, something like that. You look and you get it, right? Now, these spells, okay, the Chinese word on the surface are what human understand, not what nature understand. I mean, look, if you talk to a bird and then you start to say all these words, the bird is not going to understand, right? Now, these are Chinese words, okay? They are human created language. If you talk to the wind, it doesn't work like that, okay? Even, if you talk to a French person or German person, they don't understand. So as you can see, these are only understandable by Chinese people if you read the surface meaning, right? Now, spells are not to be like explained on the surface because they are programmed words that communicate with energies. And energies don't really care about what your human meaning is, because it's like it's the lineage or the founder or the source of your magic that programs whatever is inside the spell that made it work the way it should. Now I will try to explain this spell I just said. Okay, just trying to go through it quickly. So 淨口神咒, it's not to purify your mouth, it's to process, to have the mouth process. And we are not talking about this mouth. Sorry. Okay, so you're like, huh? What kind of mouth do you have? Okay, let me show you something, okay? Can anyone tell me where's the mouth of this guy? Oh, everyone knows. This is the mouth, right? And then, ooh, okay? Where's the mouth, right? There's the mouth. Cream. Okay. Now, I got to have another, not this one. Let me just pick something easier. Okay. Now, this guy doesn't have a mouth. There's no opening. Now, if I open it, there's a mouth inside. Look. Hey, there's a mouth, okay? You know there's a mouth. You put it inside, and then there's a mouth, right? So, that's the mouth. So, mouth doesn't mean this mouth. It can mean many mouth. And that is why the basic of Taoism already told you. Like, a name cannot, it's not a name. Like, it's like that. The magic, the stuff we do, is not human, normal, interpreted stuff. When we talk about, like, dragon, okay, we don't mean that dragon, like the Dragon Ball kind of dragon, you know, that animal, the snake reptile dragon. But most people think it is that dragon, okay? Now, look, in Chinese, if we say dragon, we often also use that word when we see people lining up. We say, hey, there's a huge dragon over there. Now, we're not going to wait. You know, that's a normal thing. If we go to, a restaurant and then there's a lot of people lining up, we will say, oh, that's a long dragon. I'm not going to wait. Let's go. See, it's a very normal thing, right? We use it all the time. Why people don't get it, right? It's like, if you talk like, oh, there's a dragon, and then you expect people to understand that this is a human dragon, not the reptile, right? So, this mouth can be many mouth. Everything has a mouth. What mouth? The energy mouth. Okay, we're talking about the energy field, the energy body of everything. Everything has a mouth. Even though a pen, a brush has a mouth. The energy body of things are all about the same kind of structure if you know how to analyze it. Usually it comes in from the top and then goes to here and out the bottom. Okay, so the mouth, for example, the mouth of planet Earth is in the North Pole. Energy comes in from the North Pole and poops out from the South Pole. Everyone knows that. Magnetic field, right? So, mouth, to process the mouth, meaning like, okay? If I'm referring to this mouth here, it means that you go chew up the stuff and then swallow it in so that you finish the process in the mouth, okay? And then because this is all done, and now you can intake new energies because it's done processing right here. Now look at planet Earth, okay? If we're talking about the North Pole, it means that you make the energy in the North Pole to finish processing, finish digesting the space energy. And then after that is done, now what happened next is the mouth is ready to intake new energy, right? So because there's stuff there blocking it, then it's not going to welcome new stuff in. Just like when your mouth is full, you don't want to eat because you have stuff there, right? Now, after we process, what happened is the mouth is emptied. And now we can welcome in new energy. And that is why we do this spell. Okay, so I want to continue with the decoding. Okay, just trying to do one. It's very complex. 口吐零零. The word 吐 in normal Chinese. Okay, 口 is mouth. Okay, 吐. Usually in normal Chinese it means to spit out, like 吐, like 吐, like this. Okay. Now why do we want the mouth to go and then go and then ling ling is to make responsive or to react and respond, something like that. Okay, when you are ling to something, okay, you are like when someone called you, you know, huh, yeah, like that. Okay, that is ling, like you heard and you can respond. Okay, 口吐零零. Usually when we talk about toe, we always think about toe out to outside, like back out, like two, like this. It's not, okay? This word toe right here means to internally work, and then so the next station can get your processed stuff. Now what it means is, let's refer to your mouth, okay? It means that the energy inside or the element inside can be swallowed down, and then the other station will acknowledge what's coming down. Okay, now look at the planet Earth. Okay, it means that when the cloud, whatever, okay, it's coming down, and then the other station below knows and acknowledge that something's going to happen soon. Okay, it needs to rain or whatever soon. Okay, and then there's this second line, 火鳳滅形. Now 火鳳滅形, most people read as fire phoenix, destroy the form, and that is totally crazy. Okay, the fire here means in 5 elements, fire means that when the essence is all pushed in, and then the spark moment of a happening is there. It's like when something spark up, something happened. Okay, so let's say this, you swallow down, now it triggers this spot, okay, to activate. And the phoenix word, the feng phoenix word, means it doesn't mean the phoenix as in the animal kind of phoenix. Okay, right here it means the internal processing of elements and how it triggers something to come up. Okay, come up right here, which is like your body right here. When the throat's open, you have cells or stuff react right here, and then 滅形 is to destroy the form, like right here. Right here, when the food goes in here, it breaks down, right? And then 靈師光道, it means the 靈師 is not the lion. It means the responsiveness of the force internally will get it, okay? We'll get the stuff and then clears it up. Okay, 光道, to clear up, not to enlighten, is to clears up. And then 口神清淨, it's not the mouth god, okay? 神 means to get out of its unit. So it means we are going to clear up the stuff from here, and then stuff from the mouth goes down to ting down and then be processed. See, the whole thing have nothing to do with whatever lion, phoenix and stuff. So all the stuff, all these meaning, or the decoding of the spells are to be learned as you learn in the lineage. But before you know all these complicated stuff, you can follow the way how we teach you to say the spells and cultivate, and it will work. Because why? Because the master who teach you in the lineage, it's going to support you at the back because you learn the stuff from us. And so there's a linkage, right? So when you do the spells, the stuff will go through the energy linkage between you and the lineage and the master who's teaching you. Right here will transfer the energy to you when you say the spells, because it's in our lineage. It's programmed inside our lineage, the energy network. Okay, so when you start doing these stuff, you don't have to understand what they mean. You just need to follow, and it will do the stuff as claimed, as what we tell you, like whatever will happen. But as you learn more, you can learn about decoding every word, every line, and then you will understand eventually about like what these stuff are about. So it's a very deep subject, but yeah. So why do we need to chant or do spells and stuff? Is to cultivate the power of these words, the magic. Like, okay, if I'm just saying, okay, I just ordain and then I take a book and then I start reading. 口吐令令，火鳳滅形，靈師講道，口神清靜，急急如律令. That's not gonna do any magic. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna like it's gonna work if you're a disciple, but it's not gonna work like really good. Okay, it's just like when you first learn a punch. Okay, you follow the movement. It's not gonna be very powerful, right? Now, if you keep training, put resistance on the fist like that, slowly come out. Or some people use a resistant band and they go like this. Even if we're walking, running, you give resistance, it will build power. So when we do the spell, okay, for example, this one, the Ting okay, the mouth purifying spell. It's like that. Normal people method. 火鳳滅形，靈師光道，口神清靜，急急如律令. Okay? Normal reading. Now, when we cultivate using the altar, 好多靈啊靈啊，火鳳啊滅啊影啊，靈師啊光啊道啊，後生啊靜啊靜啊，急急嘅嘢啦啦靈哦。Wow, very different, right? Why do you and then start singing? Wow, this is a big topic. Okay, the word, the sound you can make out of your body. This is what we call pre-heaven sound. Now, what is pre-heaven? Okay, it has nothing to do with heaven. Okay, skip that. It's best to be explained as before and after happening. Okay, I like this more. Okay, so before you're born and after you're born. Okay. Now, pre-heaven, before you were born. Post-heaven, after you're born, okay? In Chinese, it's called 先天 and 後天, okay? So, before you're born, you are possessed with some abilities already before you're born out of the body. Because you have a soul, your energy, your soul body is there before you're out of the mother's body, okay? Now, after you came out, you start to learn how to suppress the stuff that you got before you're born. Okay? Now, babies, when you see babies, they are born, and then they start to go, like that all the time. You don't know why they're like, and then, why don't you go, why not, right? They must go like this, and then they go okay. So all that stuff is because they're pre-heaven side of them. The energy body of the baby is doing something, and while it's doing, the baby hasn't learned how to suppress it yet, and so it will demonstrate whatever that stuff is with the body doing the same kind of reaction. Now, we talked about the mouth processing spell, right? Now, this is our mouth after we're born, okay? This is the mouth you use, right? The post-heaven mouth, okay? Okay. Now, the mouth of your energy body comes in from the top and goes down here and out the bottom. It's like a ball, it's like a planet, okay? You have your North Pole and your South Pole right here. So it comes in and go down and go out and ground to the ground. So, okay, let's look at this, okay? Your baby body, when you're, not baby body, when you're a baby, okay? Your energy body keeps on eating the energy around you. What happened to you. Your baby mouth will then. You ever see baby do that all the time to the air? You don't know why. What are you eating? Always like that, right? Because the baby, the energy mouth is eating, and that is why the baby demonstrate that stuff. Now, when the energy body eats in the energy, it goes to the heart portion, the center portion of the energy body. And this portion, okay, when energy comes in, is where it sparks up and use the energy to create things. To create what? To create this power right here. The lower section. Okay? This is the power. Okay? This is the creation. This is energy. Now, energy and power is not the same, okay? Like when we talk about flashlight, the battery holds the energy. Put it in. And then power comes out. Right? Okay, so this is power. Elements, resources, energy comes in, create, and then power comes out. Okay, good. Now, the baby, when this is sparked up and keeps on creating new things right here. Ta-da, 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 like that. The baby will go, ah, 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 like this. Eyes open because this is bright. So the eyes will go like that and light inside the top. Ah, okay? And the baby keeps creating. Creating what? Creating new layers of his or her energy body to build bigger, to make the energy body bigger, because they're developing. A new baby has very small energy body, and it just have to keep growing outside like that. And that is why the baby goes ah, ah, ah. Now ah, you just know ah, ah, with the tongue in the center of your mouth, not touching the top, not touching the bottom. Why? Look, energy body right here, all the way like this, okay? Now when the energy comes to here, where is it? The creation point is in the center, dead center, the heart of your energy body, right? So your tongue reflects on the whole, like the mouth structure inside reflects on the whole thing. So when you go ah, your tongue is in the middle of the whole hollowed area of the mouth, not touching anything. And that really just kicked in, and it just reflects the whole energy movement like this right here. Ah, and then this is actually coming out. And when you go ah, put your mouth here. Ah, you don't feel much heat, right? Not much heat. Like oh, now you feel a lot of heat. Now ah, you don't have much heat. Now not much heat, but you feel energy and sound coming out. That is light reflecting to in the pre-heaven state. Is light. Okay. Ah, so this is like a light bulb. Grows and ah, this is the pre-heaven sound you make. Now when you are a baby, you do not get to control your body very well, and then your mom later tell you, shh, hey, what is this? Shh. This is also one demonstration of those spell sound, the pre-heaven sound. Shh. Why do you put a finger here? Shh. Always like that. Shh, shh, shh. Why do you go like that? Okay. Now, in our theory of how you can decode the fingers, okay, the energy, the properties of what your fingers does. Your left hand and your right hand. Left hand, we have 金水木火土. Okay, 金 gold, 水 water, 木 wood, and then 火 fire, 土 earth. The 5 element energy. You can watch my other video on my other channel. I got a whole lecture on that. Okay, so this is what? Shh. What is this? Shh. All 4 element. What is this? Like flower. Come in. Okay, this points up. Shh. Now you want to blow. Shh. This spell. Shh. right in the center of your water. Now, what is water? It's the transmitting element root. Okay, when element, the essence comes in from the top of your energy body and comes down here, you want it to go jam it. Everything in your system, your energy body system, gathers in and then jam that root that is transferring new elements into your energy body. Jam that and go. When you're doing this, you feel, okay, the tongue blocks the top, okay, touch the top, and push air out. Push air out means it's like a vacuum. Okay? Push out everything. Don't come in, and the baby will stop going, ah! Okay? Basically, that is a very natural spell word or sound people make out of natural movement, natural reaction to energy, and we don't realize what it means because we just do it very naturally. It's like in the ancient time, you need fire, and then somehow people just take 2 stones and then there's go fire. Fire, right? You don't understand why it works, but you just do it, right? Your father does it, your mother does it, you keep doing it, and it works, so just keep doing it, right? So every generation, people go, shh, 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 shh. They keep doing it, and you follow, and you copy your mother and father, right? You don't understand why it works. Just someone one day found out doing this, shh, works. And when you need to work faster, what do? Shh. Okay? When you want to slow down, go slowly like this, right? So every culture has similar stuff. Why? Because we're all human beings. We all react to energy. And this energy reaction tells us that this is how energy works, how your body can control or do things when your intention is there. This is what happened. Now, wait, that's how it works when we're adults, okay? Your intention set whatever to happen, and then your body only demonstrate what your energy body did already, and you do it out and demonstrate it out with your physical body. That's why you do shh, because your intention moved your energy body to say shut up, and then you go shh. Right? So your intention comes first. Now, what is magic is you don't let that intention, the whatever, control you. You are the one controlling this thing backward. Like you want your magic body, your energy body to do stuff according to your command. Not according, like not you doing whatever that energy body did, but you control it backward. And then you will be like, okay, I want the energy of this thing to shut down. Now I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go like this and go shh. And then you want to, you understand why doing this will cause certain energy to react. You train to make the energy be controlled by your physical movement, and that is magic. Normal people don't have magic power because they only know they want something to happen, and then somehow the energy at the back just worked, and then your body just unconsciously do it. You do it out of, you just do it. Okay? You cannot explain why you did this. When I'm talking, you don't know why you're doing all that stuff, man. Okay? Why? See, why? Why? Why you? All these things, they are done without you actually wanting something to happen, right? It's naturally done. So that is natural. Magic is because I know doing this will cause energy to react in such a way. And so when I do it in a combination of spells, movement, intention, everything combined, it will cause the pre-heaven energies to spark up and do things according to what you want it to do. Okay, just checking my camera. Anyway, so basically that is the theory behind the science behind spells. And so no matter what kind of people you are, like black, white, yellow, Chinese, anything, it's the same. Okay, we all have energy body, and the energy body is the same. When you learn in our magical lineage right here, okay, in our lineage, the first thing you get is you get ordained, and then what happened is when you get ordained, we pass on the energy that we cultivated in our lineage, and then we register you into the lineage network, which means that you are able to withdraw or to have support when you are doing the spells, like Hao To Ling Ling, Fo Fo Meeting. When you say it, you are guaranteed to have a certain amount of effect, because even you don't understand, because we did the job and we did the work for you at the back, and we support you. So it runs through our system to make it work for you. Okay? So the energy body will move and such because someone empowered you at the back and support you and push this program to work. And all these things, as you learn more and more, you understand more, it gets more powerful, and eventually, you know what? You can command this fully on your own, right? But before that, of course, you don't know. Like, you cannot explain all the words and stuff. It doesn't make sense. It takes a long time to master, but it doesn't really take a long time to be able to make it effective. Now, every day when we chant or when we do the rits, whatever you call that practice, okay, you do the words in a certain order, a certain manner, by adding those pre-heaven sound. Okay, like the ah, nah. Okay, you see babies, na 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 na. Oh, it's go like that, right? Na, 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 na. The word na is when you put the tongue up. Okay, you feel vibration here. Na. Okay, this is when you put the tongue up, close your mouth. Is to get elements from the top. Your tongue touch the top to suck in energy, and then when you see it's like getting energy from the top, and then like this. This is na. Okay, get energy then, and then na like this. Okay, na like this. Okay, so basically, a lot of sound is explainable. Like, all the sound is explainable. Even oh, when you do okay, means to digest, to sink down. When you go you feel the sound is going down, right? You can't really see a bar going down, but we all know this is lower sound. Why is it lower sound, right? You can't even see it. How come it's low? Well, it's low. When you do you push the tongue down, right? The tongue pushed down. It's a force going downward. So if you want things to go down from here and go down and digest, you do In Chinese, there's a tradition. When your parents teach you something or tell you something, you don't understand, but you need to do it. The parents will tell you to say like this, okay? You don't need to understand. Just say like this. Why? Because when you say the word instantly what happens is will help you to get that energy, the intention from your parent, and digest it downward, and so that you will have a future potential of understanding that stuff that your parent is trying to teach you. So when the parents say something like you should not don't use your right hand to hold the pen, something like that, right? And then you're like, why? Don't say why, say and then they go okay. Being a good child, you say all the time, okay, like this. It means to sink down. So this natural sound helps you to digest downward. And when it's inside your system, it will get processed. And eventually it goes back up to the top after processing and become one of your potential resources. So when you kind of think about that stuff again in a period of time, after a period of time, you will get it. Because you, and then just get into your subconsciousness. Okay, let me do the spell again. 口吐淨口神咒, the mouth processing spell in a slower manner and tell you the sound, and you can now understand. 口吐令火鳳滅形令是光道口神清靜急急如律令You see the trick? Okay, is to connect the channel upward. This thing, the back portion of your tongue touches and keep transmitting the energy and the power from the top to the center portion of your energy body. So it's like building a bridge to transfer things. Okay, cup to transfer. Look, activate. Ling See the last sound is to make it digest. Okay, let me try to say it out officially again. 口吐令火鳳滅形星是光道口神靜急急如令Okay, now with the altar's tool, you're not just doing it yourself now. You're trying to put all the stuff, okay, that you're doing in your body to install or input those stuff to the altar. And all the energy that you just worked right here, it's not going to and go down yourself. It's going to go down yourself and then into the altar. The altar then process and make your cake. Cook up the magic. And then after the whole ritz, like the whole 30 minutes of stuff, all that packed up energy inside your altar is going to be condensed and combined into one ball of stuff. And that is why we call cooking up magic. You keep cooking it up. And then it processes and comes down to the ground and you go and grab that stuff and pump it back into your body. So every day this continues and it builds the power of your spells. Now to demonstrate it and how this is done, okay, we don't usually hold it. We have a pad for the mokyu to be placed on the altar. So when you go like that, okay, there will be penetrative energy that comes down. And the penetrative energy will be eaten by the spongy pad. And so that this becomes one magical tool later on. But at least the stuff that is penetrated through won't go away and scatter away. This is to gather up the energy. It's a very useful tool. Now, which hand to hold the stick also matters. Your two of your hand outputs energy differently, okay? Like plus and minus or Ting and Jing, okay? This hand outputs energy that, like this is your left hand, okay? We call the Man Kok Sao, okay? This is the hand that tweaks stuff, process things, like the Jing process, okay? This one is to create stuff. We call this the Lim. Ting is to create stuff, is to output and infuse things, to Ting into stuff. So if you want things to actually go into the processor, we use this hand and not the left hand. Even you're a lefty, you have to change. Okay, like this. And also, of course, the way how to hold it also matters because every finger have a meaning. Not a meaning, sorry. Every finger has its property of how the energy outputs and what kind of energy, like what kind of thing that energy will do. So we have to hold it in a certain way that actually works, okay? You cannot just expect it to work if you hold it weirdly. And this guy, okay, we want it to process or go in, you have to change your hand. If you just do this to input stuff to the processor, and then you want the altar to process it for you, you use this hand. If you want to put all the stuff into the altar, you have to put down your stick and use this hand to hammer into the altar. So it's a very different thing compared to Buddhism and other religion, because I know they don't do that kind of stuff, don't have all these theories. Anyway, so let me demonstrate one spell using this, and you will kind of get the vibe just to end this video. The same spell that we did before, Hou To Ling Ling, okay? Hou To Ling Ling Phò Phùng Mi Na Ying Linh Xia Quang Đâu Hậu Thân Thinh Thinh Cam Cam Yê La Linh Hồ. Okay. At the end, you see, we go 3 more. Okay, 3 in nature is when things go get swallowed into a system and start. Okay, so this is the 3 at the end. So you want it to swallow in and start to be consumed. Okay, not consumed, but to be intake. Okay, intake and stored into a system. 3. Okay, so basically, that's a long demonstration and lecture of how and why we chant. And in our other video in the other channel, I'll be talking more about the in-depth of this kind of stuff. If you guys like to watch and know more, you can go to that channel and we'll tell you more. But basically, that's it for today. Hope you guys like it. Remember to share, subscribe, and like. And don't forget to go to my other channel, Ting Dragon. Subscribe and bring your friends over if you like this kind of stuff. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.